Hello everyone, welcome back to Lucid Raver. My name is Brooke. I am your host. No, it's been a hot minute, but I am glad I am back. I've had some interface issues. I've been to Electric Forest. I've been recovering, been post-depression from not being at the music festival. But I'm glad I am back, and I'm here today to talk to you guys about this subject that I've been really wanting to do forever, and it is the 40 music festivals that I have attended. And yes, I just capped off my last music festival, my 40th music festival at Electric Forest, which was just amazing. 10 out of 10. I will be doing a podcast. The next one after this will be about Electric Forest, and I'll be interviewing one of my homegirls that went with me, and we will get deep into it. But I do have to say that Electric Forest has really touched my heart, and I'm just in awe. So getting into the 40 music festivals that I have attended. Now, before I get into it, I like to read the definition of a music festival just to give a clear hindsight of what it is, because some people have their own, I don't know, assumption of what a music festival can be, because there are just day events, but I'm going to read it. An organized event. So a music festival is an organized event, typically lasting several days, but it said typically, featuring performances by various musicians, singers, and groups. I have in two of my festivals that I have written down were one-day events, but it did say music festival at the end of it, and it did give me music festival vibes instead of just event vibes. So with that being said, I am going to talk to you about all these festivals I've done and my experiences, how it's changed my life, and so on and so forth. So I would like to read out my festivals I've done, because I've done some of them multiple times, adding up to the 40. My first festival was Life in Color. I did EDC Orlando 8 times, Sunset 4 times, Ultra 3 times, Buku 16. That was wild. Moonrise, Lost Lands 3 years in a row, Voodoo, Shipwreck 2 years in a row, 3 Points, Forbidden Kingdom 4 years, EDC Las Vegas twice, Hijinks, Okeechobee twice, Asteria, never again, North Coast Music Festival, Second Sky, Halloween, Countdown, and Electric Forest. Those are all my festivals. In total, that is 20 individual festivals, but I've done some of them more times than not. I am done with EDC Orlando though. I can't go back for my 9th year. That's just self-sabotage, right? But getting back to it, with all these festivals I've done, I started when I was 18 years old, and I'm turning 27 next month. I'm going to be really stepping into the older raver age bracket. And honestly, with doing all these festivals, I really feel like it has taken a lot out of me just because I've done so many. So I started feeling older, like old, at the end of 24. You really have to get your body ready and prepared for festivals, and when you do so many and you become a certain age, like preparation is key. Like they will definitely wear you out. But I do have to say, I am a veteran raver. I know what I like and how I like to go about a festival. I really go in with intentions of really mapping everything out, just knowing where everything is to be accessible. I like to plan out like who I want to see. I like to go out and see art installations. I like vibing with myself. I like vibing with my friends, but I have a certain way of how I like to handle festivals now. And everyone has their own preferred method after raving for so long. But it's just been a journey. It's been a journey discovering what I like, who I've become, what I like to do at festivals. It's everything's an experience, and I'm just grateful for being a part of this lifelong journey of raving. So I'm going to start off with talking about my first music festival ever, and that was Life in Color. I was 18 years old, and me, my best friend Allie, and our friend Sabrina, we all decided to go to Life in Color. My expectations were pretty low because I didn't really know. All I saw was my friends the previous year. I saw their pictures of like paint just being squirted on them, and it looked really cool. I was like, wow, I wish I was 18 years old and got to experience that. So we went to downtown Orlando. I think it was like the second year it ever happened there, and that was it. But if you guys know where the Vanguard is, back then it was Firestone Live, and they held the music festival behind the building, which was like the parking lot area. And it was really fun. Just being able to be immersed in that type of EDM scene. Mind you, I've never done an event like that before. I saw Excision, Liquid Stranger into Excision at 16 at House of Blues. That's the most I've ever had for an EDM experience. So going from that to actually like an actual stage, like massive stage, having paint squirt at you, everyone just vibing and just having a good time. It really did leave an impact on me. I thought it was really fun. I did not like, though, the paint being squirted in my eyeballs because I first and foremost wear contacts, so that was irritating. And it was also freezing cold outside, so having paint squirted on you in the cold, I'm not a big fan of. But going from there, I had like a month or two, maybe like a month, and we all decided to go to our first EDC Orlando, and that was the game changer for me for sure. I was like, wow, this is incredible. Like, what have I been missing my whole life? Like, just being able to walk in and seeing thousands of people and insane art installations, massive stages with big names. Like, my brain couldn't comprehend what I was, walking into. And it was just the most fun time that I've ever had, like at that age. Like, I had such a great time with my friends and my boyfriend, and I was just like really like impacted by that. Like, I just, from there on, I was like, I have to keep doing this. Like, I don't care. Like, this is really cool. So from there, I'd like to talk about my musical taste and how they've changed from going from 16 to now, and how it's been affected by the festival scene. So when I was 16 years old, my ex, he had gotten me into Cloudburn radio. So I was listening at the peak of their time, Flux Pavilion, Nero, Skrillex, just all these like old school players, Borgore, and that was my vibe for a couple of years. I was really just vibing with that. I listened to Ellie Goulding Lights, so it was like more, that was like a lighter bit of it, but more like old school dubstep. And then once I went to EDC Orlando, it switched. I was like into house music, house, mainstream, all that kind of stuff. That was like my preferred genre. I didn't really listen to too much bass music for a very long time. It was just only house music. And then I saw like Nero at Buku, which was really cool. Saw some bass artists like here and there, but I didn't really get too into it till like end of 2016, 2017. And like I was like, yeah, I miss bass music. Like, I need to get back into this. And then I went to frickin' Lost Lands 2018. Changed my life. I was like, yeah, I'm a headbanger. What was I thinking? Like, I got to come back to this shit. Yeah, Lost Lands changed my perspective of loving bass all over again. So I was equally a house head and equally a bass head, and I was loving it for a very long time until recently. I say about a year and a half ago, I had two people really infiltrate my head and get me to fall in love with drum and bass. And drum and bass has taken over my life. It's kind of like sickening at this point, but I don't care. And I'm glad that I'm like expanding from my usual genres. I also listen to future bass. I like to note that I love future bass. I like some lo-fi stuff, and I don't know, I like a little bit of trap, old school trap, but really getting to drum and bass has really made me be more open to experimental sounds like halftime, D&B, low dub. I feel like I'm saying that wrong, but that wonky stuff I've never been a fan of, and now I'm slowly getting into that. Started listening to trance music. I'm just really trying to expand my musical taste, and I'm happy that I'm doing that because I don't know, it's just nice to like get away from the same artists that you listen to all the time. I've seen so many artists multiple times, and I get excited now over seeing new artists that I've never seen before, or just like, underground artists. Like that really gets me hyped. So that's where my musical taste has gone. This is where I have ended up. I'm just like a conundrum. I don't like hardstyle. I'll probably never like hardstyle. Just saying. So EDC Orlando, me and Allie and Sabrina and Lizzie and our friend Deb, I think a couple of our other friends, we all kind of like grouped together and we did that festival. And then from that moment on, it just took off. Like me and Allie really were going to so many fucking festivals. Allie has done the most music festivals with me, like personally as a friend. And I think she's done about 30 festivals with me so far. So she really understands the journey that we've been through. And without her, I don't think that I'd be where I am right now. I wouldn't have the most of the friends that I have right now. Not all of them, but most of them. We really originated our rave family group. Like we are like the key founders of getting everyone together. It started off with just her friends and me, and then like I was dating my ex and I brought some of his friends, and then I met some people, she met other people, and we just kept bringing them together. And like at this point our core rave family is about 25 to 30 people, and then like people that come in and out of our group, like if they're like not super close or they're out of the state so we don't see them that much, it can be 60 to 70 people like that can really join our core. And it's so cool to look back and just see what me and her created, like because everyone that like is in our group really vibes with each other. Like it's just like love, no drama. It's everything that I could ask for in a rave family. We're very supportive. We're not like crazy and like rude or disrespectful. And I don't know, I'm just proud of being able to create such a loving group with her. Thank you, Allie. Love you. And it's just been hard because I never really had a friend group growing up. So going from no friend groups to this has just changed my life. I feel so secure in my life that I have so many people that just love and care about me, and I can share that endless love with them. And then they show you cool people along the way. It's just like never ending in the EDM community. Like there's just endless dope people out there that are waiting to be presented to you, and I think it's really cool. So music festivals have definitely changed my life. I didn't know that it was, but it did. I loved festivals so much that I decided to get my career path in getting my degree in entertainment management at Rosen College, or you can say UCF. Go Knights. I got my degree, so hopefully one day I can own and operate my own music festival. Me and my best friend Shelby, we bought our first stage 3 years ago, and we host a event each year called Friendsgiving on my back property. We have DJs that come out and play, along with art installations, and then endless like home cooked Friendsgiving food. Yes, I would like to expand it and make it more uh, outrageous and awesome, but I'm also just really content with having my friends there, just being able to experience such a nice event time together, so with the EDM community, it has really brought me to meet a lot of interesting people. I've had more of a incentive to go to shows by myself. I started dancing, like shuffling, like for real, like 2017. That's when I really got into it. And that's when I decided to start going to the clubs by myself and just meet people. I would see someone shuffle and then I just joined that group and just shuffle my heart out. Then they would be hosting shuffle meetups and I would go to that. And that has just been such a great way to meet people in the EDM community because it's such a supportive group of people with endless love, and being able to see so many people come together and also just express their moves and how they feel. It's just so enlightening, and being able to be part of it and getting to know all these people has really, I guess, put me into a position of like making friends higher up in certain senses and having like opportunities that I probably wouldn't have had if I didn't go to these events. So I'm very appreciative of being able to be a part of the shuffle community, and thank you guys are awesome. um Also with these festival experiences that I've had, not only is it you going to the festival, but you're also like getting to go to places that you never would have thought of. Like I never thought that I was going to go to Ohio for Lost Lands. Like what the fuck is in Ohio? So yeah, it may not be the most entertaining place to go to for a festival, but I can check it off my list. Going to Philadelphia for hijinks, that was really fun. Chicago for North Coast, that was really cool too. I've been to a couple of really dope places that I never thought I would go to because a festival was in there. Second Sky, I I wandered around Cali for like a day or so and got like 2/8 of weed, a full edible and like free edibles for $41. Then we like dined like kings that night before the festival. Just like being able to explore and see the cities is also fun. Like I just get to mark it off my traveling experience. With festivals as well, I never thought in a million years I would ever rave with my dad. And I did. I got to do that. I brought my pops to Okeechobee 2 years in a row, and he loved it. And it's really surprising. I had this stigma in my head that, my dad wouldn't want to do something like that. I mean, he's so, he's older, and he didn't grow up listening to EDM. I had to teach him what type of music was, and having him come to a music festival and him asking to want to come with me like was so humbling, and I feel like it really brought me and him closer, and he understands my world, and just like also being able to be immersed in such a plur vibe of like just great energy and music and art installations. It just like that whole thing. He really understands like where I'm coming from and of why I love music festivals so much. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for that little bit. I do want to talk to you guys about some of my music festival experiences, rating music festivals. So let's start. So I'd like to talk about my most favorite music festivals, hands down. My top, what is it, 8, 9? I don't know. Electric Forest changed my fucking world. Like, I wish I could go back. I thought Lost Lands was going to be my favorite festival, but Electric Forest has changed my mind. If you've never been, please fucking go. Just just go and see it. Like, it's endless what is in there. I saw so many art installations, and there was like a hidden secret burlesque area that we stumbled upon. You have canopies everywhere where you can just chill. You have interactive people like that can unlock hidden things for you or do things for you if you just talk to them. They had a like place where if one of your friends couldn't like, you know, passed away, you could like do a farewell wishing thing where you like have this paper lantern thing and you write some stuff down. I did a releasing there for my friend Cody. Miss you, Cody, love you. Just they had so much there and I was so incredibly impressed. I've never seen anything like that at any music festival. Like Insomniac went above and beyond, and I have to go back. That's it. Like me, Allie, and Katie all agreed that we're going back next year. There's no if, ands, or buts. And let me mind you, Katie hates camping. She said before Electric Forest, she goes, "This will be her last time camping, and she's never gonna do it again." By the end of the fucking festival, she was like, "Yeah, I'm coming back," because it's just that insanely amazing. Lost Lands, I've said it so many times, Lost Lands has my fucking heart. I mean, 4 days of bass music, are you kidding me? Like, that's just like cherry on top for me. If you don't know, listen to my other podcast. Lost Lands is a vibe. Okeechobee Music Festival is also another freaking vibe. You get like these hippie vibes. You can listen to indie music, rap, EDM, wook music, all that stuff. It's just Okeechobee's a vibe. You can boogie in the woods till 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. It's not really like facilitated in the sense of like security in certain places. It's a nice vibe. Halloween also on the same like wavelength of Electric Forest and Okeechobee. Like, if you've never been to Hula, please freaking go. It's the best swamp camping festival for sure. I've never talked to so many people in my life as I did at Hula. Everyone's so friendly there. 10 out of 10. EDC Las Vegas is a vibe as well. You have 16 stages. Like, can you really get bored? If I didn't say EDC Las Vegas, I'd be like, you know, that would just be rude. If you don't know about EDC Las Vegas, look it up. North Coast Music Festival, also an amazing vibe. There was some like iffy things about like Ubers and stuff and a little bit of overcrowding in the main area the first day, but North Coast is a vibe. Everyone's just nice and chill. There's like a nice mix of like house music and bass music, and yeah, definitely go check out North Coast. Just be prepared to pay a lot of money. And Buku Music Festival. I did Buku Music Festival 2016. I saw Kid Cudi and Nero for the first time, Future. It was insane. The vibes are on point there. The food's on point there. It is definitely a great festival to go see. And everyone that's ever been has said that as well. So definitely go check out Buku if you can. For my worst music festivals I've ever done. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm like traumatized. First off, Sunset. Now, Sunset has amazing acts and they have some dope ass stages. Don't get me wrong. But Sunset Music Festival in May in Florida is like just not okay. It's not safe. It's not fun. You're literally burning, getting dehydrated, close to death, and it's literally the dirtiest music festival I've ever been to. Like you get covered in like sheets of dirt during the day while you're sweating. I don't know. I don't like it. I last year was my 4th year and I said never again. I was suffocating on the dirt and it fucked up my throat. So just keep that in mind. Just keep it in mind. If you don't mind sweating your ass off, becoming dehydrated close to death and like getting really dirty, then go to Sunset because it is a vibe, but not for me. Asteri Music Festival is the worst music festival I've ever done. Hands down. It just, yeah. I that festival, man. If you look back into my last podcast, like a couple podcasts ago, you will understand why Asteria is so bad. They were running off nothing, and I respect the staff. It was just really poorly like organized, and it was just really unorganized. They had one water station. There was 4 food trucks. 2 of them were actually food trucks. One was a snow cone truck and the other one was space fruit. They ran out of food by the last day. They only had, I was like, can I have a taco? And I was like, have a chicken taco with this. She goes, all we have is beef and we have lettuce. We have no toppings. I'm like, I guess I'll take it because there's nothing else in this whole camp. Yeah, that festival, none of the porta potties were prepped or cleaned all weekend. It was like a mile walk to get to the water station in the Florida fucking heat during the summertime. I could just go on and on about how bad that festival was, but the people that like I met there were really cool, and it was a really cool look vibe. And if I'm from Florida, so like it doesn't take much to phase me to like I don't know. I'm a wook. I'm a wook. I forgot to say that. After all of my festival experiences, it has changed me as a person from like being this girly girl to now I wear pine cones and I like pashminas and I do some Wookiee things that you guys don't want to know about. But I'm like really comfortable with being, camping and just walking it out for a couple days, if you know what I'm saying. Not a lot of things faze me. That festival didn't faze me. I was just really disappointed on how it was ran. Voodoo Music Festival. Voodoo is actually a vibe. Like it's in New Orleans. We saw Mumford and Sons there, Odessa. I saw a couple rap performances. They were all dope, but the venue itself was just, we had to buy rain boots. Our feet were covered in mud and we were literally holding on to each other, trying not to slip and fall into the mud like a good portion of the time. I don't like dancing in the mud. It really turns me off. And then when you're kind of like messed up and because it's a Halloween festival and everyone's like dressed up all fucked up, and like most of the people in like New Orleans are already fucked up as it is. So like just imagine you're like kind of spaced out. I was tripping shit. I was like, because we're going through like some graveyard and I was like, this is freaking me out. Like I need to get out of here like right now. There are some weird people in at Voodoo. So just be aware of that. I personally will never go back to Voodoo Music Festival just because I have standards. Along with a Money Music Festival, Moonrise Music Festival is also there. Moonrise Music Festival, once again, has an insane lineup. I commend you guys. But being on a horse racetrack, it's not feasible. Like, our friend lost her shoe in the mud. I don't like standing in mud. I don't like smelling horse shit. Like, it's not fun. It's like surrounded by the hood. Like, none of this really like appeases me, and I don't want to drive back up to Maryland. I did that with 5 people in Elantra. I'm never going to do it again. So no to Moonrise. And last one is Countdown Music Festival. I've said it multiple times before. I do not like the Central Florida Fairgrounds for music festivals. It doesn't not give me music festival vibes. I went there one day for the first day of Countdown, and it was rough, man. Like, it was not a vibe. Nobody was vibing. Like, even the artists that were playing were like really half-assing it. The art installations were like a sad boner. I was like, what are we experiencing here? It was like, what was it? Invasion. There was like a abduction music festival that like got canceled like a year and a half ago. They took some of the props there and just threw it onto this festival, and it just really, really wasn't a vibe. And I really hope you guys don't ever do Countdown again. So please listen to me, Insomniac. So festivals with the most insane stages. I got a top 3 right here. EDC Las Vegas, of course. Like, main stages, ridiculous. Circuit Grounds, ridiculous. Cosmic Meadow, also beautiful. Ultra Music Festival, it's ultra for a freaking reason. They have some of the most insane stages and some of the most insane performances I've ever seen. I definitely commend Ultra for that. And lastly, Lost Lands has like some pretty, like, main stage is pretty insane. I didn't really like the decorations for main stage last year, so hopefully you guys up it just a little bit. For most Plur festivals, I have a top 3. Now, my number 1, hands down, nicest festival I've ever been to. Like, people were frolicking around, skipping with joy. I just felt like a fairy there. Second Sky Music Festival is Porter Robinson's music festival in Cali, and it's freaking Porter's music festival. Like, you're gonna get the most happiest, jolliest people there, and it was really great, pure energy, feeling that. Like, I didn't see a sad, angry person in sight. It was just pure love. And I'm not gonna go back to Second Sky unless like someone gives me a free ticket, but definitely you should try to go at least once just to get the feels. Electric Forest comes in second place. Well, actually, Electric Forest is tied with Hula. They're both on that same vibe of like everyone just like being really respectful, but there's more like Plur giving energy at Electric Forest. It was just really nice. The police officers were super, super sweet too. They looked like they just wanted to experience the festival, just like standing there, and like people were coming up and like giving them stuff, and I don't know, I just really love that. And when I did Hula, though, I did a good portion of it by myself, and I camped by myself, and my neighbors around me were 2 separate groups of people, and I like made myself known that I was working and like I was by myself. So nice. Some of them helped me set up my tent. Both groups gave me lunch and dinner. Like, just really, really nice. Like, just great hospitality. Definitely try those 3 festivals out if you haven't. For cleanest festivals, Second Sky, super freaking clean. Obviously, it's in California. Turf Grass, it's only one stage, but Turf Grass, it was really cool. And then North Coast was also one of the cleanest festivals I've ever seen, which also 3 of the stages have turf grass, and I didn't see trash in sight. Like, they were really on top of their shit for those festivals. For best laser visuals, now I have done all these festivals. I have to say I narrowed it down to one festival for best lasers I've ever seen, and I hope this makes an impact for you guys and makes you guys want to go to this. Hijinks Music Festival was insane. Like, I have never seen so many lasers in my fucking life. Like, you're inside this big convention center, and there's just this massive ass screen. And that festival, that's 20,000 fucking people in there. If you haven't seen any of the visuals, please type in, let's see, do Skrillex 2019 hijinks. That, by the way, is probably one of the best sets I've ever seen in my fucking life. I'm not even kidding you. That was a perfect performance. I I've seen so many performances, but that is probably the best performance I've ever seen for any artist in my life. Just, yeah, hands down, he killed it. Love you, Skrillex. Yeah, but the visuals there are insane. Like the lasers just, oh my god, my eyes were like going up and down, and it was awesome. For best camping experience, I have two festivals in mind. Electric Forest was amazing. Now let me tell you a little bit about my camping experience. My friend had like 30 or 40 of his friends from New York and other parts of the United States come and do group camping, and he bought me and my friends a group camping pass to join him. And that's how you should do it. Group camping is relatively super close to the festival, not too far of a walk. It's not in the RV. RVs have live music playing every night, so you're not going to get any fucking sleep. So just keep that in mind. And just doing group camping with like a bunch of people that are really dope and humble, and all his friends like came and like sat in our freaking canopy area and chilled with us every day. Like that was such an amazing camping experience. It wasn't too hot, too cold either at Electric Forest. And then for Halloween, that was also an amazing performance. It was probably one of the coldest weekends out of the year in Florida, but excuse me. But like I got there on Wednesday, and I was like literally a 2-minute walk from the entrance. It's first come first serve for parking, and I literally like found these trees wrapped in like electrical Christmas lights, and I stole one of the power lines and just connected it into my tent and just used it for electricity all weekend. I was shaded by like the trees. It was just a great camping experience, plus having such humble like strangers that were surrounded by me, like just being cool with me. It was nice. I love that. The camping experience also, they have real showers, real bathrooms. They have a convenience store, like a real convenience store in the middle of everything. They have an ice cream shop. Like it's a real deal like camping experience, which I really enjoyed. For top art installations, I also once again have Electric Forest. Electric Forest has the most art installations I've ever seen in my fucking life. Like it was nonstop. I was just blown away with how much was there. And then they were like bringing new stuff in like each day, like switching stuff out. Like it just never ended, which I thought was really cool. It was like I was like, wait, was that there yesterday? Nah. Am I tripping? And you just stumble across so many things that you didn't see before. You're like, what? How could they think of all of this? I really thought that Halloween was gonna be like astounding for art installations. I was really astounded last year. I was like, holy shit, this is the best festival for art installations. Like, there's just so much going on. But Electric Forest beats it, like hands down. Hula, still amazing. And Spirit Lake, you can't find that at any other festival. Like Spirit Lake has visual projections over the water, and they are like really trippy, and you can sit around the lake and watch that. Like hands down, that's in itself is insane and awesome. My last one for art installations. Now I put down North Coast Music Festival, and this is the only reason I put North Coast in, because they didn't really have a lot of art installations specifically, but they did have inside their Trip Dome. I love their Trip Dome. It was like a indoor football dome that was cool down, where people could just sit down and chill, and it had nice calming music. You saw visuals, like lasers go against the wall, but there was like an indoor like box, like room that you could go into. It was called The Void. I talked about this previously in one of my other podcasts, but basically you waited in line and you walked in, and this room that you went into was pure blinding white with smoke, so much like what is it? Just like a lot of smoke that was being pushed into there, and like light pink, red, yellowish, orange, like lights were going against the fog. And like if you're fucked up, I'm just saying, if you were saucy at all, even if you weren't saucy, it was so hard to see in that room. I had my best friend Alana like 3 inches away from me, and I could barely see her. All I could see was fractal images in the air, like just fractals. And I was being blinded by these fractal images because it was so blinding. I've never experienced anything in my life. That was literally the most trippiest art installation I've ever experienced, and I really hope that they bring that back or other festivals do something like that. But that was so impressive. Like 10 out of 10. For our next one is best food. Best food, I have Electric Forest. There was some really good food there. Was it expensive? Yes. Lost Lands really has really good food. Their pizza slices are on point too, which aren't super expensive, so just keep that in mind. Buku Music Festival is a vibe. It's in New Orleans. Like all the food there is just so flavorful, so delicious. That was one of the key things that I actually remembered about that festival, was how fire the food was. Okeechobee Music Festival. Now, I put Okie because Okie does have some really good like food vendors. They are overpriced, but there are some bad food vendors. Jacob had convinced me to go get pizza. He went to go get a freaking slice for us, and that was the second worst slice of pizza I ever had in my fucking life, and that was $8. I threw it away. So Okie's a hit or miss, but there is some good food there. And then along with that, Hula is also hit or miss, but Hula can be outrageous with their food prices. Like out of all the festivals, they really just rape you in money. For the next one I have is overpriced music festivals, and this would be based off ticket and also like vendors. I have Lost Lands. I have never been so fucking salty in my life, but I went to go buy this year my Lost Lands ticket. So my Lost Lands ticket, my early entry pass, and what was it? We wanted to get quiet camping because and my car pass. I think the car pass is part of the camping, whatever. But quiet camping ensures that you're closer to the venue, and we don't have to walk 45 minutes like we did last year. Plus, it's quiet, so you could freaking sleep. So I literally logged onto the website the second that the tickets dropped. Try to get my GA ticket. Couldn't get first tier. Couldn't get second tier. Got third tier ticket. That wasn't 2 minutes of it dropping. Went to go get my early entry pass, and I went to go get my quiet camper pass. Couldn't get first tier for quiet camping. I couldn't get my second tier. Got my third tier. This is less than 5 minutes of me being on the site. It was ridiculous. I ended up paying $728 fucking dollars. That is disgusting. That is not cool at all. You're overcharging people. I literally logged on as soon as the tickets dropped. Like, it's just disgusting. And something needs to be done about that. And I'm calling you guys out. Like, fix it. It's not cool. My other one is Halloween. I went to work Halloween, and it was an amazing experience. But to be part of the work exchange team, WET, you have to put a $500 down to work Hula, and you'll get it back after you're signed off for all your shifts, which I totally understand. But the ticket for Hula is, I think it's like $426, and then when you wait too late, it's $500. I do have to say though, the camping experience would equate to the $500. They also have a lot of like late night camp stuff going on that's just random, like not even like something that's like facilitated, like a secret back to back. Like they do secret back to backs. They had Skrillex back to back, Bonobo back to back, Chris Lake. But then after that, inside this massive campground, all these other cams, which goes out to like I think a mile, 2 mile radius, have their own crazy stuff going on. Like some girl was doing aerial arts in the air, and there's just random stuff going on. So yeah, I feel like the festival experience in itself can equate to $500. I just wish that they kind of like did better with their actual stages and like pyro lasers, all that, because like when Skrillex played, it was really cool seeing him play, but I wish that there was fucking fireworks, and I wish that the stage layout was different, because like I was in VIP and I could barely see like the stage. I don't know. And the food is really overpriced in Hula. It's just it's ridiculous. It's so overpriced for no reason. Like, and it'll be the same food vendor at different festivals. Like I've eaten at that food vendor and they'll up it at Hula for who knows what reason. I guess to make more money, but I'm not about it. Okay. So with that being said, my next festivals that I have coming up to add to my long list of festivals that I've already attended, my next one is Base Canyon. I'm going to Base Canyon next month for my first time ever. My birthday is the week before, but I'm celebrating my birthday kind of over there. I'm a Leo, so I celebrate all month. But I'm so fucking excited. I've been wanting to go Base Canyon for so fucking long, and I've heard so many good like things about Base Canyon and how it's the most beautiful venue. And not only that, I'm going to freaking see Excision back to back Wooly. Like, I've been asking for this back to back for years, like tweeting them like, oh, I need this back to back at Lost Lands. Give me this back to back. Oh, this would be really cool back to back. And now I get to fucking say it. Me and Allie are just like on cloud nine that we get to do that. And I get to go to Base Canyon with Alana, Amanda, and Matt, and Dylan, and Ryan. And I'm so excited to just rage with my homies and just be immersed in this beautiful venue and meet all these cool artists. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to like really do it, because this year has been insane for me. 3 weddings, one has already been married, the other 2 are getting married, which I'm maid of honor for both. I'm co-maid of honor for one, and I was like, I don't know if I can make it. Nah, I'm going to fucking Base Canyon. And not only that, I'm going to Lost Lands the next month after that. Definitely doing Lost Lands. That's non-negotiable. So I'm super excited to do both of those 2 base festivals, one after another. I was thinking about doing Halloween, working again this year, but my best friend Shelby is literally getting married the weekend before. So I'll see if I can really like go or not, but it would be really cool to go back to Hula, because that's home. That's home as well. So what I have learned from raving, for being in the raving scene for so long, and what I've learned is, and what I've learned about myself is that just be you. Don't care about what others think. At raves, they give you the opportunity to really be your authentic self, and like there's just pure love and encouragement. And it's not all the time, but if it's a true festival, there is a lot of plur out there that people really just want to love and support you. You can dress however you want, you can act how you want, you really have the freedom to really just be yourself. And I really enjoy that, because I was actually like bullied growing up in my life. I was bullied for a good bit, and yeah, I would stand my ground, but like being an outcast and not having too many friends like was really hard, because I felt like like where's my place? Where will I ever have a group of friends that I can like bond with? And I get into the rave scene and I just meet these other dope like-minded individuals that are understanding and also weird and goofy like me and just humble, and it's really nice to actually have people to connect with like that. And I don't know, I've learned so much. I've learned some crazy facts. I've done some crazy things and understood some deep stuff about myself, and really have gotten a different perspective of life and reality. And there's more to the world than this. And I hope you guys understand that. We're all kind of just sucked into this little box, and we're only programmed to think a certain way. And this is what we've been shown, and this is how we should live. But when you actually take your time to really take yourself out of those norms and expectations and really try to venture out and see what the world has to offer, talk to people, listen to other people. You might not agree, but some people have some really important stuff to say that will really open your mind and really kind of change your perspective of life. I have been so fortunate to meet so many beautiful individuals that have really just sparked, like, I don't know, inspiration in my head and like me thinking a different way. And I'm really grateful for all the things I've been taught and all the journeys and adventures I've been through. I've been through so many adventures, and I have so many beautiful friends that I have created on this amazing journey through raving. I didn't expect that. I've made random friends at so many random points in my life. I literally I stole my friend's Uber. I didn't know who she was. I became fucking best friends with her. I like brought like a couple other friends together that I barely met, and now we're best friends. Like it's just endless love, and there's just so many dope individuals out there in the rave community that just you can connect with and you understand, and there's just no love. There is love, there's no hate. It's great. um I don't know. I've learned a lot from being in the rave scene. I've learned a lot about music and how it's really connected all of us. Music is a universal language. Um, it is a universal language. Like, you may not speak my language at all, but we can connect through that. And it's really cool to see people from all over the world come together and join in harmony and just be able to release, and all these energies combine and just really just, I don't know, work together in a harmonious way. And I don't know, just enjoying loving life and being in the moment. Like, there's nothing like that. And that's why I love festivals so much, is because it creates memories and moments that are just to die for. It's just like a euphoric feeling that will never go away. And with that being said, where do I see myself in the future with raving? I freaking hope I am going to be like Baddie Winkle. If you don't know who she is, she's like 90 something year old grandmother who fucking is one of the most baddest bitches I've ever met. Like, she flosses better than me. Like, I can't even right now. I hope that I am raving with my grandkids, and not all the time. Like, obviously I'm gonna be an old fart, but I definitely want to take my future children, if I have any, and show them what this world is, and like really open their minds up and have them like experience how beautiful festivals can really be, and how they can really bond people together and just create lifetime experiences. Like, yeah. Sorry, it's just I've I've really had my whole life changed around by music festivals. And my whole life isn't just music festivals, but it is a big part of my life. I realized couple of years ago that if I ever have a future partner, that I need a future partner that is also on the same wavelength about festivals. And like, they don't have to do all the festivals, but being able to have someone that you can connect with music is just like, it's a love language in itself. And it's just so awesome to be able to really vibe with someone that understands that type of world. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I think I've been through all the things I could say about my 40 festivals. I could say a lot more, but I just really wanted to breeze by and like let you guys know how it's kind of changed my life and my journeys. And there's been some good festival experiences, there's been some bad ones for sure, but at the end of the day, like, being in the rave scene, going to these festivals has only made me a stronger person. I feel more confident about myself. I've created long lasting friendships. Like, there's only been positive factors in my life with being able to like rave and be in the scene and just live my life and just be a part of all of that. Yeah. Well, that's all I have to say. I hope you guys like this podcast. And next week, I will be talking to you about Electric Forest, which I'm super duper excited to do. But other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.